how's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to be helping you with how to level up 5 Kage League Night Guy to max, and this is going to be very important because this is one of the best Kage League units that we've gotten in quite a while. I mean, Hashirama was very good as well, actually, so I mean, we've had 2 back-to-back solid Kage League units, and this one is going to be worth leveling up for sure. I already have him max duped except for the last one, but it's really going to be a max dupe Night Guy. By the time the qualifying league comes around, we will also be getting a new Ninja Road, so that means another 2 acquisition stones. So I only need 1. I'll go ahead and put it into Night Guy, and he will be complete, which is very good. So I am going to go ahead and show you how to get this man maxed out. Now, if you guys have seen any videos I've made on this Ninja Road since it's been out, then you've probably gotten pieces here and there, but I haven't sat down and actually made a full video with you guys of how I actually run through the whole thing. It's very quick, very simple. It usually only takes me like 10 minutes per run, and there's not a lot of like complicated RNG or anything like that. The only thing you need is boosting for one team, not both teams, and it's pretty good. So this is the main team right here that I use. Pretty much going through all of it. A lot of AoE with Madara, Hashirama, Pain, and Gaara. Now, if you don't have any of those units, just put another AoE high damage unit there. Now, these units in particular are very good though, because like Hashirama has health recovery ceiling, and if you're in a quick pinch, his first jutsu can nullify damage from ninjutsu and secret technique. Madara, same thing, and he's just high damage AoE, one of the high damage AoE in the game. Paired with Gaara takes advantage of that boost. Gaara also gets chakra back on his ult, so that just makes it even quicker. And then Tendo Pain on his ult also nullifies damage, so you can see where I'm going with that kind of team setup. Obito, because he's a 3/6 chakra healer and he's a heart type, which is why he's going to be there with Kaguya. If you don't have Kaguya or Obito, put Final Valley Naruto, but I'd really stress that Obito is kind of the only one I would say you don't want to take away, because he's very important later on, but Kaguya you could replace with Final Valley Naruto. It might just slow you down a little bit because obviously Kaguya's multipliers are higher. But yeah, this is the team that I use for the whole Ninja Road except for on map 10. And for map 10, you have this team right here. You can go ahead and one-shot Kaguya with EMS Sasuke. Now, your EMS Sasuke does have to have 2 dupes. I personally, like I said on Twitter, gave 2 dupes for this. Well, 3 dupes, but I had already had the first one. I gave him the body damage boost of 30%. You do definitely need that if you're going to be able to one-shot, and you do need a team setup like this, because the way I do this is I go ahead and use the one-tail Naruto, and I use the Kakashi next to each other on the last map, and you'll see why, and it gives you a boost, especially because Sasuke has a damage boost with skill, which is why I use one tail instead of KCM Naruto, and you can definitely one shot with this team setup here. So this one you can't really switch out either, except for when it comes to maybe sexy Naruto. You could go ahead and put someone else on, but then again, you can't really substitute it because you need that 150% boost. So yeah, you need to leave this team alone as well. Then you can go ahead and just put your Kage League units over here. I'm just leveling up a Sage Mode Naruto over there. I still got Night Guy ways to go as well. I'm going to go ahead and probably finish that up today or tomorrow. And yeah, so this is the team we're going to be taking. Let's go ahead and jump into the Ninja Road. Alright, so once I'm on the first map, like I said, I'm going to be using this team for the majority of it. So what I go ahead and do is I just use Obito right here. And what's really good about Obito is that if you hit more than 1 unit with his first jutsu, it does line up an ultra combo. So that's also very helpful just later on, like I said. And then I go ahead and use Hashirama. It really doesn't matter if we use a lot of our chakra, because you do get chakra back on one of the bosses early on, so that's not that big of a deal. Now on this map you want to switch out, because it's a body type, you'll also have the element affinity base damage, so that's very good. I just go ahead and spread out until I get my sexy Naruto's jutsu, and then you just boost up Sasuke. It's that simple. This is the map I do it, and it just makes it a pretty quick and clean process. And you do have to boost this Sasuke up, like I said, because if you don't, he's not going to do enough damage. The Kaguya has a lot of health. If you guys saw my Ninja Road 34 boss health, then yeah, you know these units do not play around. They have a lot of health, especially Kaguya. She has like one of the most high healths I've ever seen on Ninja Road, if not the highest. I don't know for sure about that, but she does have some pretty high health. So yeah, it was definitely hard to figure this out. The only other unit that I know of that could go ahead and one-shot Kaguya is Kakashi, but I do not have a max duped Kakashi, and I'm assuming a lot of you don't as well, because 7 abilities is a lot to ask for the average player. But alright, I'm gonna go ahead and boost up the Sasuke now, and you only need 3 dupes to be able to take advantage of this setup when it comes to Sasuke, so I just thought it would be a little bit more easy for everybody. So also it's the only one that I'm able to do right now, so there's that as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. And then what I like to go ahead and do is go ahead and use Sasuke's jutsu to place him up here without actually using it. Then come in and do this. You do need to switch out to Kakashi though, because again, you're going to need that skill boost. So you need to have One Tail, Sasuke, and Kakashi all out on the field when you move on. Now we can switch back to our other team, and we won't touch that team till we get to map 10. So again, what I like to go ahead and do here is just stall up Chakra until I get Kaguya right about her ult. That way I can just go ahead and one-shot the next map. So I'll just go ahead and take care of this man down here. Then we just stall for like 1 or 2 turns with Kaguya to go ahead and get her Chakra right here. That way it just sets it up. So I'll just go ahead and do that. And go ahead and put Kaguya right here, so I can go ahead and just take her out, or take him out rather, and there we go. That just takes care of it. Yeah, so it's pretty simple. Once you got it down, like the rhythm is so clear for me. I've done this so many times because I literally did it like 2 to 3 weeks ago when it came to Hashirama. So now you just one shot with Kaguya. It's very easy because the Kurama Nine Tails does not have a lot of health at all. But yeah, this is just like a rinse and repeat for me, so it's very simple for me. And once you do that, you also do get some health boost as well. But Obito really takes advantage of most of the healing. And what's actually surprising is you don't need that much healing, because I'm going through the Ninja Roll so quickly that Kaguya is the only one we really need, because Obito's first jutsu, we don't even use that often. We use it at the end of the Ninja Road kind of, but not that much. Alright, so this is where the AoE comes into effect. So we're going to go ahead and use Madara here and just go ahead and do this. And we can get through this map with just 2 turns, so it's not that big a deal at all. And we do get Chakra back very soon. So now I can go ahead and use Hashirama. I recommend just using Hashirama. You don't need to use Pain. It really doesn't matter. We're going to be getting Chakra back. Actually, no, it does matter. You do need to use Hashirama because Pain's going to come in handy on this next map where you can do even more damage. So what I personally like to do, you should have 3 Chakra with Gaara at this point. Well, 7 technically. I just move up here. That way we can have him out onto the field. So we can go ahead and just use him in a second as well. Go ahead and use Obito because he is a hard type, is going to be doing a lot of damage. And then Pain, also a hard type, does a lot of damage. Then you can finish it up with Gaara and then just move on to the next map. So that's exactly what I do every single time. And more or less, as you can see, there's literally no RNG involved, like crits, Chakra resets, it doesn't matter. It's just, for this first half of the Ninja Road, it's just simple and clean, and that's what I really like about this method. I'm actually surprised I stumbled across something like this, to be honest, like, because I just did this myself, like, messing with my own team. And it's not complicated or anything, but usually I struggle when it comes to stuff like that, so yeah. But there we go. So now we got all our Chakra recovered, so that's why it really doesn't matter there who we use or what we do, as long as we take him out as quickly as possible. And for this map, this probably takes the longest, to be honest. This map probably takes the longest. It doesn't take too long and it's extremely easy. But the reason that I say it takes the longest is because sometimes if you do get a crit, one will die off. If not, you'll see what I'm saying. You don't need crits to take advantage of this. We want to use Pain. Yeah, use Pain here. Don't use Hashirama, because Hashirama is better for the next map because he can health recovery still, and you'll see why I'm saying that. But yeah, this map's really easy as well. Just use your Chakra. It's really not that big of a deal. The only thing is, you know, sometimes they'll survive, and that you just have to hit them with normal attacks at that point. So it's not that big of a deal at all. Go ahead and use Gaara as well, because you'll see what I do for the next map. Like I said right there, see a crit. One of them's close to dying, so it's not that big of a deal. What I think I'm going to go ahead and do is pull out Obito and then just put it on auto. Just go ahead and kill them. It doesn't matter which row you start on the next map. You just have to kill them. But the reason this takes so long is because they keep continuousing and they keep dangering, and it's just very annoying. So, like I said, yeah, they just tank it a little bit. It's nothing big. And my units are dodging anyway, so that's pretty good. But yeah, just go ahead and do this and kill them off. Okay, now once we go to this map, I do have a particular order kind of that I like to do things. So I'll show you what I do. So in this case, I have the middle row. I go ahead and I use Hashirama. His ult health recovery seals, so if they do use the mirror, then they're not going to be healing, which is very good. Then, because I don't have Gaara's jutsu, which I don't need it yet, I go ahead and use Kaguya and Obito, because Kaguya and Obito nullify element affinity based damage reduction. So this is going to do base damage, so you don't need to wait for them to do that. Go ahead and use Obito as well, like this. Then what I like to go ahead and do is use Gaara to go ahead and weaken them even more. Then I just come in with Obito and finish it. Now you do need to use Obito to finish this, because you'll see why you need Obito to be the one that ends this, so on the next map you can move with the other 2 rows. So in this case, I'm just going to move down here. I'm going to go ahead and use Gaara, and then usually if you do get Chakra resets with Obito in this next part, it just makes it faster, but you don't need to. And this also sets you up nicely for the next map, because like what I like to do now is, because I'm going to be ending it with Obito, I'm just going to keep using his first jutsu until it ends it. I keep getting ultra combos. Again, if you get a Chakra reset there, it would have been better, because then I could have used an ult and just end it, but it's fine because we're also getting plenty of heals for the next map, but you don't need to. Like, I want to stress that. This Obito doesn't need to have heals going into the next map. I'm just using him to finish the map, obviously. So in that case, I did get a chakra reset, but I'm not going to have his ult still. So it's fine. Sometimes you do get lucky and you do have his ult and you can just end it like that, but you really don't need to. Just make sure you kill off with Obito. And this is good too, because we're also building up ultra combos, which gives my other units chakra for the next map. Sometimes you can also get a crit with his first jutsu, and it would have just saved one extra turn right there, but you know what I'm saying? So we also have plenty of heals this time around, so better safe than sorry. It literally only takes like 30 extra seconds. But okay, moving on to the next map. If you guys saw my map 9 video, then this is gonna look very familiar. So the reason we end it with that is because Obito is the one that I always leave up there, because he nullifies the mobilization from the skill one as long as you don't have any other heart units on the field, and because we use him, we can move these other ones out the way. Sometimes you won't always have their jutsu. I want to say that as well. Sometimes you won't always have Hashirama and Gaara's jutsu. If that's the case, still move them exactly where I'm moving them, because you need to get them out of the way so that they target Obito. So if you don't have Hashirama's jutsu, for instance, right there, and or Gaara's, just move out the way and wait till you get it in the next turn, because your chakra is doubled. The point of it is just to move out of the way so Obito can nullify all this. So there we go. I do that, then I switch to Madara and I bring them up here in the corner. Sometimes you get chakra reset, sometimes you don't. It really doesn't matter all that much though, because we're gonna kill off before then anyway usually. So now I go ahead and use Pain, and what I really love about this setup, like I said in my other video for map 9, is that they keep building ultra combos, and with the double chakra recovery, I'm literally having constant jutsu. It's just really good. So that's why I really like this setup. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this and use Gaara. I could have moved up there for the boost, but better safe than sorry. Go ahead and do this. If this doesn't kill the Pain, then I'll just come on in and kill Pain with that then. So yeah, it's really easy, this map, and as you can see, the last 2 maps actually took longer than this, which is funny to me. So I'll go ahead and do that and just kill off this Pain. Now we're moving on to map 10, and I think I'm actually making better time this way, because usually when I'm grinding this, I'm like watching YouTube or something, so I usually take like a minute or 2 longer, but I'm actually on point to maybe get this sub 9, which is pretty good. So like I said, you just want to go ahead and move up here. It doesn't matter. Sometimes she'll hit only those 2. Sometimes she'll hit Sasuke. It doesn't matter if she hits Sasuke. It doesn't do anything but Social Seal and Chakra Seal, but we only need 1 hit. Go ahead and move up there and take advantage of that 700 boost plus the 150 or 100 that Sasuke gets, and there you go. That's one-shotting Kage, and that's Ninja Road 34 done within 9 minutes, and that's how I'm going to be grinding my Night Guy. It's very simple, and yeah, it's a really good way to go ahead and do that. So hopefully this wasn't too difficult for you guys. A lot of you should have these units, especially if you summoned for Kaguya. You should have Tendo Pain, and on top of that, if you do want to put Kaguya on here, you could put her over Gaara. But the thing is, the reason Gaara's there is because he gets chakra back so easily, so I can use his ult and then replenish it again. But you could definitely by all means put Kaguya there if you want to. But yeah, so that's my team setup, and that's what I did to go ahead and grind Night Guy. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.